Hello.
Mark. I'm Charlie. Paige ordered my ride.
Paige, okay, great. Only you?
Just me.
And no luggage?
Just this bag.
Just the
that's
one
all.
bag?
Yeah.
Alright, that's easy.
Traveling light. It was 4 days. It was
Telling you.
coming from Minnesota, so you pack light in Florida.
Well, guys do.
Yeah, exactly.
I have seen girls like with suitcases full for just a couple of days.
Right, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm a one outfit a day type of guy. One swimsuit. Keep it pretty simple.
So what was your name again?
Charlie.
Charlie, okay. So Charlie, do I have your permission to record our ride for my YouTube channel?
Yeah, for sure.
That's no problem?
Not at all.
Alright, great. Then here's my card.
Cool.
Here's where you can find your video.
Fascinating. Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Yeah, well, it's I'm just trying it out, see what happens, basically.
What what have you stumbled upon so far?
So far, I've been doing this for 2 months. I have 100 subscribers, so it's really hard to get people liking this kind of content. I think that everybody's in TikTok and like YouTube Shorts, and they like the kind of like fast action, and they want to see spectacular things and all of that stuff, right? But this is just conversation with people, and yeah, it does not have any traction yet. So doesn't mean that it can't come. They say like you have to like give it a 10-month try, more or less.
That makes sense.
To see if it starts building, and once it starts building, once you find your niche, then it should like start really growing, and then you should be able to monetize it.
Yeah. Man,
eventually
awesome.
A little bit. I mean, just a little pay on top of the Uber, that will be nice, right?
Right.
But I don't have any illusions that we're gonna be the next Mr. Beast or anything like that.
Yeah, well, you never know. I mean, it's kind of a cool. It's almost like a spontaneous podcast, right? Like
that's basically what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Two people.
Everybody's different. Every conversation is different. Although I'm sure that my subscribers are sick of me telling where I'm from, because everybody asks, well, where are you from?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right. Because
they're like, oh,
because I will ask you where you're from. Well, I know already Minnesota.
Yep.
Something there, and then often they'll go back like, okay, so where are you from? Well, the Netherlands, and then this and then that, and so they know my story better than any other. But I try to like go through that fast and then still focus on the. But I'm actually like sort of nice. I like your reaction, like that you go like, oh, that's curious, like that's interesting, and that you ask like what I've discovered so far.
Well, yeah, I mean, it is I'm sure people have brought up like Cash Cab, right?
Yeah, okay, so that's action packed, right? That's like money and
it's edited, and it's like
exactly, yeah.
There's questions, and it's always curious, like but yours is more casual conversation.
Yeah, and then focus on the passenger. Actually, talking about Cash Cab, I've been thinking like because I really don't need the money that bad. Mm-hmm. It was nice, but it's gonna be like a couple of $100 a month or so it's not gonna make me rich or so. But I thought like sometimes you have these really poor people in the car.
Yep.
And maybe I could like donate the YouTube money to those people. Yeah. I'm not sure like how or what kind of formula, because then it becomes sort of a Mr. Beast. What you do is you take the profits from your channel or the proceedings and you give it away to your riders. Then you're starting to give money away. That becomes popular.
Right.
Then you make more money. Then you give more money away.
Right.
It becomes more popular.
You mentioned Mr. Beast a couple times. I think that rings a slight bell, but I'm not familiar with it. Is that YouTube or is that a podcast?
That's YouTube.
Okay. What is it exactly? What's the...
And so what he does is like he has focused on like he just makes the wildest videos ever. Mm-hmm. Like he'll go sit in a how do you say it, in like one of these coffins underground for 5 days. That's crazy. Or he goes like survive for a week in the North Pole, things like that.
Okay.
And then like he does crazy stuff.
Well, he's extreme.
But what he also does is that a lot of the prestige. So he has the most subscribers on YouTube of any channel, and he makes millions of dollars with that because he has huge sponsors and so many subscribers. He makes so much money, and a lot of it he gives it away. Like he'll go into a university and talk to a regular student, say, "Hey, do you have student debt? How much? I'll pay for it." I'll go to another student. "You have student debt? How much? I'll pay for it." Jeez. So giving money away to people is popular, and that gives him even more subscribers. So for him, it's like an investment into the channel, and yeah, there's no stopping that guy.
Yeah, it's almost like an inverted Ponzi scheme. Your generosity, and I mean that in a healthy way. I know Ponzi schemes are probably, I think most people think Ponzi schemes are terrible, and
right.
I think almost all of them are. I don't know a good one, but yeah, being outrageously generous, then you get more of a following, and allows you to be continuously generous.
But exactly, you do good things with your money, right?
Right.
And then to invest it in your channel to grow the number of subscribers is not a bad thing. It's business.
Right. Yeah.
But also, like, you can then give more money away. So yeah, it is sort of like what you say, an inverted Ponzi, but in a good way.
Right. Yeah. Like a philanthropic Ponzi scheme.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
But hey, I'm gonna start giving away $50 to someone one day when I make my first paycheck from YouTube, and that'll probably be a year from now. So
that'll be awesome.
Yeah.
How does the back end YouTube stuff work? How many subscribers or views?
So you need 1,000 subscribers to start monetizing your channel.
Okay.
So right now I have 106, I think.
Okay.
And
you're coming along.
Yeah.
You said 2 months, right?
It was 2 months, but I'm sort of like the first 2 weeks I was like with 3 subscribers for weeks. Mm-hmm. So it's sort of starting to pick up.
Well, I do imagine it kind of gets exponential, right? Because now you originally had 3 people sharing your videos, and now you have 106 people sharing your videos.
Right. Exponential, I'm not sure, but it is growing faster now than it was in the beginning.
Yeah.
So maybe you're right, actually. Maybe that eventually does become exponential. Huh. But I told myself, like, okay, let's invest, because I have 3 cameras. Then I have the microphones and all the cables and the battery and stuff. And then the editing software, I think I invested like maybe $2,000.
That's pretty awesome.
So, and I told myself I'm going to do this for 1 year and see what happens. Just for fun. I'm also ready that it's going to be a failure and that's not going to work, and then I'm just going to sell everything or give it to my kids, whatever.
Well, yeah, I think it's smart. I mean, she was shot, right?
Yeah,
it could turn out to be amazing. It could turn out to be pretty darn good, or worst case scenario, it's been it's been an awesome experience.
So in that regard, it's already a success. It's been awesome already, because it forces me to talk, and talk too much.
That's what.
And it forces you to have a conversation, which is nice.
Right.
Otherwise, you may be on the phone, and I may be just twiddling my thumbs while driving.
Yeah, that is the typical Lyft and Uber experience.
Right, exactly, right.
Nothing wrong with that, but hey, how you doing? We're in the right car? Perfect. I'll look at my phone and you drive. And
so what time is your flight? Because this was stupid of me.
I wouldn't sweat. My flight, I think, leaves at 8:40.
8:40?
So I was going to get to the airport 2 hours in advance just to be a little bit safe.
Let's see, it's now 6, almost 8:40. Oh yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
There will be some traffic along the way, but most of it's starting to clear up right now.
Good.
So
get there a little early. Worst case scenario, I'll go get a sandwich or something. Nothing.
It had already recalculated, but I know it's completely jam-packed over there, so
it is.
That's just it's still gonna be faster. And what was actually interesting also is that once I had a woman in the car. She was like barely dressed, so that video became very popular for some reason, but
What
she
time
was
of day was this? Was
actually
this like
she was very smart and very educated. It was a very interesting conversation. She was just, yeah, I don't know, maybe she came from the gym or something, I don't remember. But that one video just not only became one popular video, but it boosted the whole channel.
right?
All my videos became more popular after that one video. It's really weird how that works.
What are your videos like? Like, because you said you have some editing software, so I'm probably gonna be in the car with you for an hour, or maybe even a hair more.
Yeah,
Is
so
our video gonna be an hour? Is it gonna be like 25 minutes? Is it gonna be?
Yeah, that
8?
depends, right?
Right.
So like if we're talking for an hour, I'll just upload the whole thing. If like at a certain point we're both tired or whatever, or you get phone calls, or you're, yeah, like especially with private phone calls, I cut those out. And if there's long silences, I'll cut those out, and then whatever is left, I'll publish. Yeah, and usually what I do is the moment the door opens, the person gets in, because the camera is just rolling anyway.
Right.
So I have a right to record in my car, but I don't have a right to publish without permission.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Because this is like a public space. That's funny, right? Because this is my private car, but like when you drive for Uber, it's a public space.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, double-edged sword there.
And then yeah, whatever is left, I'll publish it until the door closes and you're out, and that's basically that's it. And then what I do is I mix, because satellite over the seat next to you, because this camera takes the whole cabin, and then I'll put the front camera on top of your on the seat next to you, and then sometimes I mix my image in it as well. Not always, but
yeah, okay.
I'm just playing with that.
Yeah, just keeping it a little more, little more diversity in the vantage points. That makes sense.
So what do you do? Geez, I forgot already. Chris, no?
Oh, Charlie.
Charlie.
Sweat. Yeah, you're good.
Jeez, let me write this up. Why did Paige order the ride for you? You don't have Lyft on your phone?
No, I do. I was putzing around. We both had our phones out, and I was staying with her family. So her family rented a condo down here for a week, and Paige and I are engaged. So you know, I got invited down here to hang out with them. It was awesome. So I'm heading back home to finish the work week. And
you have to go back to the job.
Yeah.
And Paige is staying with her family.
Exactly. So Paige took the full week off, and I took an abbreviated week.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so we I don't know. I was like, no, it's fine. I'll order my own. She was gonna drive me to the airport, and then decided I was like, oh no, I can just order a car, and then anyway, she ordered this. We were kind of trying to generously compete over who could order the car, and
yeah.
I was
C1
putzing around with Uber, and I think she ordered you off Lyft.
Yeah,
and it worked out. So yeah,
it can be tricky on Marco Island to find a car.
it is. Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes, like especially like after 9 p.m. Just all the cars took people to Naples, and then Marco Island ends up with no Ubers or Lyfts.
Right.
And then if you need a car, people from Naples will not pick up a ride in Marco Island because it's too far. Unless it's a far ride.
Right. Yeah, unless it's really worth the drive.
It can be tricky sometimes. Yeah.
Do you kind of live in the Naples area?
I live in Naples. Yeah.
Okay. Good stuff.
Nah,
At least I've heard good stuff, right?
Sorry?
Good. It's a good area. Nice place to live.
Oh, it is pretty. Yeah. I like it.
Good.
It's expensive.
I bet.
That's the only issue, I would say. But yeah, the beaches are gorgeous, and except the occasional hurricane, of course.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How was your place after?
Yeah, we escaped well.
Glad to hear
the
that.
water didn't reach us almost, but it didn't. So
Scary.
Yeah.
You said you had a couple kids, or you have some children?
So we have 3 kids, yeah. Yeah.
How old are they?
24, 22, and 17.
Okay.
So you said Paige is your fiance, so no kids yet?
No kids yet, nope.
No.
Nope.
Any plans?
Not like right around the corner. I think at some point we'll have kids. Excited about that, but not.
You would?
Yeah. We've talked about it. We'll have kids at some point, but we're not.
Not ready yet.
Yeah, so we're gonna get married, and our marriage is, or our wedding is, I think 18 months away, give or take.
Oh, okay.
So we're not rushing down the aisle, and then once we tie the knot, we're not gonna, you know, have children right away. I think we'll give it a few years. So.
But if it's 18 months away, that's a year and a half.
Yeah.
You just proposed not so long ago?
Yeah, I proposed in December. So.
Yeah, a few months ago.
Yeah. So
wow.
we're because that is, I guess that is maybe a slightly long engagement, but
slightly.
We were gonna do we were gonna do for sure 2024, and we're either gonna do spring or fall in Minnesota, and we're gonna do the fall. So
okay.
I don't know. They run the numbers, and that's about 20 months after we got engaged.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's like you gotta plan it.
Right.
And then you have like work and studies. I don't know what you guys are doing, but it needs to fit somewhere.
Yeah, we stay pretty busy, so I mean we're planning it right now, and it's off to a good start. But you know, I'm glad we're not doing it. I'm glad we're not doing a 6-month engagement. I think we'll kind of have a. I don't know. I'd rather take my time than rush it. So.
Yeah. So it's gonna be a big wedding.
I think it'll be pretty big. I don't know, probably like 250 people or something like that.
Yeah, that's pretty big.
Yeah, it'll be.
So that's like 2 families and all the friends and.
Exactly.
The neighbors.
Yeah, you know, both our parents are social. Like Paige is social, I'm social. So yeah, we're kind of, you know, it'll be fun to celebrate with a bunch of people. I'm excited. Really excited.
I mean, my wedding was like about 50 people, but yeah, that's not a story.
When did you get married?
So we got married like 18 years ago.
Yeah.
But I was in Haiti, so I fell in love in Haiti.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, we were in touch for about 2 years, and then finally I decided to propose. She said yes, and then we got married within a couple of weeks.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I was in a rush.
Yeah.
Because I thought, well, if I don't do it now, then somebody else can take her away.
Right.
And yeah, best decision of my life, for sure.
Congrats.
Yeah.
Congrats.
And then the kids come, you know, and yeah, that's it doesn't get any better than that. It is an up and down. It's like a roller coaster a little bit, you know, because when your kids get really sick and to the hospital and things like that, which can happen with anybody, right?
Right.
If it's your own kid, it's like nail biting, nerve wracking.
Right.
And so. Plus, yeah, they don't teach you these things at school, so yeah, how do you raise your kids? You know, that is, you learn as you go. Yeah, you learn as you go. But it's a beautiful thing, for sure.
Yeah, that's what I hear. I mean, I'm assuming, you know, I'm physically able to have kids. I'm 100% on board. You know, I have a couple of buddies who are. You know, got children who are less than a year old, and they're pretty low on sleep right now.
Yeah.
But even they're like, hey, this is awesome. This is scary.
Yeah.
This is worth it.
And another scary, or another, yeah, it's also a little scary. But another thing is that, like, you get closer to your kids than to your wife, or to your.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because your kids is your own blood.
Right.
And you feel them more, and you understand them better than your spouse or your partner, because your partner is not your blood. It's basically a stranger.
Yeah.
That you fall in love with. but your kids is your own blood, and that is a degree closer to the heart than a partner.
Makes sense.
Of course,
yeah.
And yeah, my wife agrees with that as well, and because if I look at her, the kids are first, then me.
Makes sense.
In her decision making, right?
Yep.
First the kids. Kids are before anything else, and then comes me, and maybe even her own parents first before me.
Yeah, you never
because
know.
that's also your own blood.
Right. Yeah, they're
And as long as as long as you're close to your relatives, I don't know how else to explain that. Anyway,
Right.
you'll.
One day I'll find out.
I hope so for you, brother. Yeah. What do you do actually?
I sell real estate.
You sell real estate?
Mm-hmm.
So you're loaded.
No.
Not yet.
I'm fairly new to it. I'm three years in, so.
Okay, 2 years.
In my third year of
Third
selling.
year, okay. So how does that work?
I guess how it works is you
look around.
Well,
you buy
unless
and
you're
sell?
spending your own money, you want to find people who need help, either buying or selling, and buying you just
Oh yeah.
you kind of try to give them every advantage they can get. So that's pair them with the best type of loan that kind of maximizes their buying power. Trying to understand what areas of I work in Minneapolis, Minnesota, so what area of the city are you looking for? What area of the metro area are you looking for? And
right.
kind of try to just understand how we can maximize their experience, whether that's I don't know, each client's different, so you gotta be creative, which is great. It's refreshing. Each client is brand new. Each client is their own snowflake, so it's good in that regard, or it's great in that regard.
And so when you close a deal, you get a percentage.
Right, exactly.
How much is that? Like 5%?
No, so if in Minnesota we're a 6% market, which means the buyer side and the seller side split 6%. So
you got 3
on average.
And
it's
the other
3.
one gets
The
3.
buyer side usually gets a little less, 2.7. So if I'm working with a buyer, maybe I'll get 2.7%. But that also goes to my brokerage, that goes to my team, and that goes to Uncle Sam. So I maybe get like 1%.
But still, if that's $1 million home, you get 10 grand.
Yeah. It's all like your perspective. It can add up quick, or it doesn't add up quick. It's all.
So if you sell one home a month, you're doing pretty okay. If these are decent homes.
Yeah,
but
in the Minnesota market's a little different than Florida. It's not. I mean, there's $1 million homes, but they're not on every block of the state.
All right.
I think our average home sale price is like right around $350 right now. So.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
$350. That'll get you a 2-bedroom apartment here in Naples.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? It's wild.
It is wild.
Well, I mean, Florida's prodigious when it comes to real estate right now. I listen to some national real estate podcasts, and I mean, there just is so much investment money flooding down here, and everyone wants their second home down here, or they want to own an Airbnb in Florida, and it's just, I mean, it's a competitive place. Part of that intrigues me, and part of that, maybe a little too rich for my blood right now, but
you're not looking around when you drive around here and then like, hey, maybe I should do some business here in Florida as well because the market is hot, or you just stick to your own area?
I mean, I think I'm a Minnesota guy. Like,
okay.
That's my.
Because actually, a lot of people from Minnesota do that thing which you just said. They'll buy a home here as an investment, but then they are snowbirds. So the winter they're here, the summer they're over there.
Right.
Go back and forth all the time.
Yeah, and the tax advantage is crazy. If they spend 51% of the year here, they pay Florida taxes compared to Minnesota taxes. So
What's the difference?
I think, well, my understanding is you guys don't pay state income tax.
Right.
And in Minnesota, we have state income tax.
How much?
I'm not totally sure. It depends person to person.
Okay. It's a scale.
But I think it's what, Florida, Texas, and Arizona are the three that don't do state income tax, which is, which is awesome, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I'm looking around. These roads are suitable. They got built somehow, so I don't know how you did it, but
I don't know how they do that either.
But yeah, but you guys are getting the job done. So
maybe because there's a lot of cheap immigrants, and the minimum wage is very low here.
What is the minimum wage here?
What is it, like 12?
12, okay. If you were making...
a lot of illegal immigrants get paid way less. They get like 10 or 8 per hour. So all those guys that are working in the fields, that are like trimming the bushes and the grass and stuff, a lot of them are illegal immigrants. So they don't have papers, and they'll take any hourly wage. And the nice thing is that those people want to stay out of trouble, because as soon as they get caught, like if they do a misdemeanor, or if they like speed, or they do something wrong, they drink or whatever, they get caught, they'll send them back to their country.
Right.
They don't want that, and so they are one of the best behaved people actually you can find. So they behave well, they're always hardworking, they work on time and work hard, and for minimum, for less than minimum wage.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's wild.
But that makes your your state very productive. You know, maybe that's how they do it. I don't know.
Yeah, that might be.
There's probably not a lot of illegal immigrants in Minnesota.
No, we're pretty far away from Mexico and the Central American countries. So.
Right.
And I don't think Canadians are crossing the border with the same motivation. So
I don't think so.
Yeah.
No.
Where if you were making $10 an hour, or even just minimum wage, where would you be living in Florida? I mean, what are your options?
So you can live anywhere. You can also live here in Naples.
Are there cheap places in Naples where you could kind of rough it?
So there's Lely and there's Golden Gate, I would say, that are a little cheaper neighborhoods. But often what those families do, they'll live like with 2 families in one house.
Okay.
So they'll have like 10 people living in a house.
Right.
And then half of them is working.
Okay.
And then they'll pay the rent, like $3,000 a month, but they'll pay for it all together. Right, so that is one way of doing it. There's not really cheap places, and I must be honest that what people are talking about, what's also in the news, is that the highways are getting clogged because everybody's moving out of Naples, and those are the lower wage people. They're moving out. They're going to Lehigh, to Fort Myers, and to Cape Coral, and then they just drive down here to work.
Right.
But that's clogging the highways, and that's an issue what Naples is having. And then Naples is funny because you have the in season and the out of season. So right now it's in season and it's super busy everywhere, but like in the summertime it's nice and quiet. There's nobody on the road, and everything is like, I don't know, it's quiet. It's real weird.
What's the weather during the summer, during the out of season?
So the same, but just twice as hot.
Okay.
So like now it's in the 80s, in the summer it's in the hundreds, or in the 90s and in the hundreds, but it's real like humid.
Yeah, okay.
So you step outside and you start to sweat.
It's done just immediately.
Yeah. You don't do nothing. You're outside, you start to sweat. And so like I always say, like in Minnesota you stay indoors in the winter, and here you stay indoors in the summer.
Right.
You know.
Funny how that goes.
I still go running, but like in the early morning at the crack of dawn.
Right.
Like before sunrise, I'll run then, and then still like sweating like crazy because it's still in the 80s.
Wow. So when it's dark out, it's been dark out for 6 or 8 hours. It's still in the 80s. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah. It's not too pleasant, but I still prefer the heat over the cold, I think.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I'm obviously from Minnesota. Dealt with plenty of cold, and I'm fine with it. I tolerate it pretty well.
Yeah.
But I think I'm with you. I'd prefer heat over cold.
Yeah.
But
Can I ask, what do you drive at home?
a Nissan Sentra.
Sentra. Oh yeah, those are nice. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I'm a simple guy. It's nothing fancy, but
Not yet.
yeah.
But so, how many homes do you sell per month? Like 3, 4, 5, 10?
No, less than that. Like maybe I'd sell like 15 to 20 a year. So
20 a year, let's say 2 a month, maybe.
yeah, give or take 1 to 2 a month.
Oh yeah, okay. So, and does that grow as you gain more experience? How do you find your customers? They'll find you online, like on Zelle and these apps where you sign up, or?
Yeah, you get a little bit online. You
you
try to network. You try to kind of. I mean, ideally, your business will kind of grow. That we were talking about your YouTube subscribers kind of growing exponentially. Not anyway. Your business in real estate should compound a little bit. You know, if you're doing a good job for people, they'll tell people about you.
Yeah.
Your networking, you're doing open houses, you're advertising. That should continue to draw people in consistently. But once you get people in, you should hopefully take great care of them. They, you know, want to work with you again, and they also maybe tell some people about you, and that's where you see growth. So.
Do you have a work email? You want me to put your work email on the video or not?
Sure, why not? Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah, it can't hurt. Yeah,
do you have a website or?
Yeah, I'll throw the work email in there.
Okay. Hey people, if you looking for a home in Minnesota, call Charlie. Because that's how it works.
Thanks, Mark.
All right, man. Yep. In Holland, we have a saying, you never know how a cow catches a rabbit.
Yeah, it is funny how the world works, isn't it?
Right? You never know.
Yeah. So, Mark, you're from the Netherlands. Met your wife in Haiti. When'd you move to Haiti? How long were you there?
Well, we lived in Haiti for 6 years.
What'd you think of it? What was it?
Oh, it was great.
Yeah.
Beautiful country, wonderful people, especially my in-laws. But just in general, Haitians are really warm and nice people, very friendly, very strong, family bonded, and friendships are very important to Haitians. But like safety-wise, it's just a disaster. There's so many kidnappings in Haiti that we had to leave. One day, the son of my neighbor got kidnapped out of his house, and that's when I told my wife we gotta go, because it was just too unsafe. And then because we have 2 American children, they were born in Miami. We came here.
Oh, they were born in Miami.
Yeah.
Was that coincidental, or was that kind of strategic just to give them flexibility with citizenship? Or?
It is a little bit too personal to explain everything.
Oh, my apologies. Yeah.
No problem. I would happily explain it to you, but because the cameras are running, I'm not gonna say this on YouTube.
Fair.
So, yeah, they were born in Miami, and so they are Americans, and so for them it was time to go to college. Oh, look at that sunset.
Yeah,
that's pretty. Time to go to college, and we needed to leave Haiti, and so that's why we came here. You know, because they're Americans. Yeah, then you should study also in the U.S. I mean, they could study in my country, Well, because they're American, it's just so much more expensive to study in my country for them.
That makes sense, yeah.
Right? And here you got your FAFSA and things like that.
Right. Are they dual citizens or are they just Americans? Are they Haitian Americans or are they? You said you're from the Netherlands, right?
Right. So they could have dual citizenship, but we figured like because they were born in Miami, they're Americans, and we just leave it at that.
Okay.
Well, there's really no use in having the Dutch and the American nationality or Haitian and the Haitian nationality is not like doesn't give you any social benefits or travel benefits.
Right.
And to be American is pretty awesome.
Okay.
It's
that makes sense.
Wow, you sure did pick a good time to drive. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's pretty. And there's this sort of this weird glow, like I don't know, there's sort of a cloudiness in the sky. I'm not sure what that is. You think that is smoke from fires or something?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I've been here. I got in on Sunday, so this is my 4th-ish sunset that I've seen, and the first 3 were like perfectly cloudless. They're still really beautiful, but we were at the beach today. We were looking at the clouds, and there wasn't a lot of clouds, but there was at least some, and we were excited about that should actually make for a better sunset. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, you see on the horizon that there's some sort of a cloudiness to the sky.
Yeah, I do.
But it's like not normal white clouds. It's like this like yellowish color.
Right.
It's just as if there's a fire somewhere. I'm not sure what that is. Or maybe I'm just seeing things. But anyway, Charlie, so that was your first time here or no?
Yeah, I've been to Florida maybe, I don't know. I went with my fiance's family last year, but I think as a kid I'd probably been to Florida
A couple of times.
4 times or
4 times, okay.
maybe more than that. I mean,
And where did you go?
been to Boca Grande, been to Marco now twice. This is the Fort Lauderdale area at one point.
Okay.
Been to SeaWorld, is that Orlando?
Yeah, that's Orlando.
Been to
Yeah.
Orlando.
Oh, I would love to go there. They
Yes.
have dolphins and everything.
Yeah, it was pretty sweet.
Yeah, that is
Had a
cool.
good time. Blanket. I think one other time. Or probably, I don't know. Just some Minnesotans looking for a beach, nothing fancy.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And so, and how did you meet Paige?
We worked up at a camp together, so it's kind of
Oh, okay. Yeah.
worked up there, and by the end of the summer,
What kind of camp was that? Like a small children camp or?
Yeah, it was a camp, little like 5 hours north of the Twin Cities.
Okay.
5 hours north of Minneapolis, so it's kind of out in the woods. It's not one of those, intense backpacking camps where you're like out in the woods pitching tents for weeks at a time. It's like one campus where you just go, you're on a lake.
Campsite.
Yeah, good wholesome time. So you stay in a cabin, it's comfortable enough. But we worked up there, and again, we're a good fit. She's amazing and fun and low key, and I really enjoy that. So I don't know. I'm dating about 4 years. When
You've been dating 4 years?
So got some reps under our belt. We're on track.
Yeah, I can imagine that a camp does that to you.
Yeah, I think it's a really good environment because you kind of see when you're working with someone. That job is it's around the clock, right? So you see them when they're having fun. You see them when they're exhausted. You see them when they're maybe a little worn out, a little emotionally worn out. You know, full summer up there will do that to everyone. And,
sure, when you're the leaders, then you sort of depend on each other.
Exactly.
For support.
Yep.
But it's also like a lot of good times.
Right.
And so that's usually when people shine, and it's definitely when you start noticing people. I could imagine.
Yeah, it is funny. It all just kind of falls into place. So, I don't know.
Hey.
Yeah.
Good for you. And can I ask, what is Paige doing?
So she works for a marketing agency out of Minneapolis.
Marketing agency. Yeah. And so what do they do?
Well, they try to do a bunch of things for different clients. It's strategic marketing, but what Paige's role is, she'll kind of run analytics on our clients' websites and help them understand what's working effectively and what isn't, and optimizing their websites.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that's a profession for sure.
Yeah, I mean, you need that, right? You know.
So she uses like Google Analytics or something, or
I'm sure she uses a decent amount of that, and then I think they have some proprietary, you know, data coming in, and so it seems like, I don't know, her company seems to be growing pretty quick, and
nice.
She works hard, but she likes it a lot.
So she works from home, or
mostly from home. They have a pretty cool office in Minneapolis, but they're as long as people are getting their work done, they don't need to come into the office. But they have a good setup. It's fun. I think she likes her job a lot. Fun place to work.
I suppose that you also work from home, no?
I try to get in the office almost every day, Monday through Friday, just to kind of be in the thick of it. You know, you kind of learn of certain. I don't know. You kind of stumble upon things in the office. Maybe a colleague of yours has an off-market property that suits one of your buyers, and something falls into place there, or you just hear some. I don't know. It's nice to kind of have be a part of the churn and hear what other people's concerns are, or what other people are excited about, and
it's nicer to work in the office, really. I used to work in the office, but now it's all from home. It's sort of boring.
Right. It's a gift and a curse.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I'll be I don't work like an 8 to 5 in the office. I'll work, some days 3 hours, some days 10 hours, but usually, somewhere between like 5 or 6, get in the office, and I'll be checking email when I wake up at home. I have a cup of coffee, get some work done, and then head to the office. But I don't know, it's a good balance. I'm a pretty social guy, so I don't mind kind of want to get out and see some people.
And so do you still play sports, or?
Yep, yeah. I play like pickup basketball right now. A little bit of pickup soccer. Yeah.
Pickup soccer?
Yeah, what about you?
Nice.
You
Yeah, I usually go running in the morning or swimming.
Oh, nice.
Those are my two go-to sports. Never enough, of course. I always want to do more, but as you grow older, sometimes you get hurt somewhere, like a calf muscle hurts or whatever, and then you have to skip a couple of days. But as you grow older, it's a little bit more difficult. But I try to keep it up. I have a home trainer at home, sometimes when there's not a lot of time, then I do half an hour on that.
Awesome.
But,
way to be.
Yeah, no team sports. I've never been so much into team sports. I've tried basketball, tried soccer, tried mostly those. Waterfall. Anyway, but but running and swimming, I like that best. Yeah.
Good. Yeah, it treats the body right. It's important.
It is. It really is. And I smoked part of my life, which I greatly regret. that sort of diminishes your lung capacity and also the way you can do sports. I should have never done that, but I was in my 20s and stupid.
Hey, maybe that's what people do in their 20s. That's right, they're knuckleheads.
Sorry?
I said that's what people do in their 20s. They're knuckleheads. They,
exactly.
You do things that are fun in the moment. You don't until they realize the ramifications. But where'd you spend your 20s?
I was in The Hague studying. I studied IT.
Where is that?
At the University of Delft in the Netherlands.
Oh, nice.
I didn't graduate though because I started sea sailing. So at some point I was more at sea than in the university.
Oh, awesome.
So yeah, another stupid thing, but it was beautiful.
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't know.
And I don't regret that, but yeah, I did not graduate, so I guess in a way I regret it a little bit. Don't listen to me, you guys. Please finish your diplomas first. Yeah.
Yeah, how are your kids doing school-wise? Where are they?
Yeah, they're doing good. My oldest son is studying music production.
Cool.
But he's not such a study head. He's not like a guy that wants to be in the books all the time. He's more like hands-on and stuff.
Yeah.
So he takes courses at the university and then, uses that as an experience.
Cool.
I'm not sure if he's going to finish, but let's see. Maybe he will. But he really likes music, and so yeah. And then my daughter, she's studying wildlife preservation in Colorado state. Yep.
That's
she's always like into animals and nature. And
that's awesome.
Yeah.
If you do that and get paid, that's the
after her grandma who has a farm. So, look at that, eh? It's pretty sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, gorgeous state.
And then we have the youngest son. He lives with us, and he is going to high school. So he's a soccer fanatic.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
At school and in the travel club.
Nice.
And it's great to support him and be busy with that and drive him around and things like that.
Yeah.
It's just a way to spend time together.
Oh,
But he's so fanatic that he would love to play soccer in college or in university later.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see if we can find him a team.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Good for him.
I just hope it will not be a team in Alaska or something.
Right.
Right?
It'd be brutal. It might not be worth the trip.
Have you ever played sports in the university or not?
Yeah, I played on a club rugby team at the University of Minnesota, but it's club, so that's
You did rugby?
Mm-hmm.
And that's not a very popular sport, is it?
No, not in America.
Not here. How did you get into that?
I played a couple years in high school.
In high school?
Yeah.
Rugby in high school?
Yeah, there's at least in Minnesota and some states there's a little bit of rugby in high school, and my dad played a ways back and loved it, so he was kind of always in my ear, encouraging me to do it.
Yeah.
And so and then the University of Minnesota, our club team was like pretty competitive. So there was guys from my high school were going to University of Minnesota to play. It was a nice little pipeline. So I was always excited to that and drawn to that, and so I don't know. It's kind of the perfect balance there in college, where it was far from a varsity sport, but it was something that was active and kind of kept you busy and kept you active and moving and healthy, and still had plenty of fun in college, but it was nice to to have something to participate in. So.
Exactly. So is rugby, is that tougher than American football, or?
I don't know. It depends on who's playing, right?
I mean, have you played American football as well or not?
You know, actually, I never have played tackle football. I was playing soccer in high school, and those seasons overlapped. But
oh yeah.
Kind of like I'm pretty stocky, so I think my build would have I don't know. I'm kind of, my body's built for a little bit of contact, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, they both could be pretty darn tough, and American football, I think, might be at its peak can be more violent, but you have a little bit more padding, so I don't know. It's gray. Tough question.
It's more headbanging, no?
I think, yeah. I think at least it used to be. I think they're trying to, get as much head contact out of the sport due to, all the injuries. So
yeah,
I don't know. There's a decent amount of, I think there's concussions in football and there's concussions in rugby.
Yeah, probably.
They're kind of part of that. And probably the scariest thing going on in those sports. But
rugby looks pretty violent, though.
Yeah, it is. It's I don't know. You step on a rugby field and everyone kind of knows, like, any moment, you can get hit. So people are usually pretty self-aware, and I don't know. You kind of get through those games just fine if you're kind of keep your head on a swivel. But
I don't know anybody that plays rugby. It's in my knowledge, it's Australia, New Zealand, and England that play.
Yeah.
Never heard of an American league or.
Yeah, it's definitely exists in America. That's for sure.
Yeah.
There's a pro league. It's more semi-pro than pro. If you're in the league, you probably still need to have a job.
Yeah.
But
Charlie, you mind if I turn on the light?
Oh no, go for it. What do you think?
Like that.
There we go. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. It's out there. It's just not. It's certainly not prevalent.
But there's not like D1, D2 kind of level rugby teams in universities.
I think I graduated college not quite 10 years ago, but been a little while. But I think there's some D1 programs.
Oh, okay.
And then the next level would be like D1 club teams. So,
but there's no pros.
There's a pro league, but it's like where an NBA player makes, I don't know, anywhere from like 5 to 50 million. I think a pro rugby player in America is probably making somewhere between like 25 and 125,000. Like, it's just, they're making.
Well, still decent money, but it's not really.
Right. I think some of them, probably still work jobs on the side and things like that. But so I don't know. It's a developing league.
Well, it's not something that you aspired.
No, I mean, I was a decent player, but I wouldn't have been. But I had to do a lot of work to get into that league, and even then, still probably wouldn't have had the natural ability. That's all right.
So in Minnesota, what do you do for fun? Because is there skiing out of the mountains? No,
there's not full-fledged mountains. There's a couple places that it's definitely not like the Colorado scene, but there's a couple places a ways out of the city that are decent for skiing.
Have you done it? Have you skied?
I haven't been skiing since I was like 21.
Really? Okay.
And I was in Europe, so I don't ski often. I can ski, but I don't ski often. What about you?
Yeah, I tried it for 3 days.
Yeah.
I was in Switzerland and was more with my nose in the snow than anything else. I wasn't very good at it, but I loved it anyway. It was a lot of fun, and just a good time with friends,
Yeah,
and,
it is a good time.
I hear that my daughter is awesome on the skis, so I'd like to see some videos of
Yeah.
that one day, but yeah, skiing is a lot of fun. And then also afterwards, after a day in the snow, then everybody gets together, having a beer or whatever.
Yep.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no snow in Florida.
Yeah.
So what else do you do? Do you like maybe with Minnesota? There's also like at the lakes, right?
Right. So in the summer, we have a high number of lakes. I think Florida has plenty of lakes too, though. So I don't know if this is novel to the Florida crowd. But a bunch of people have cabins on the lake, and you go stay at a cabin for a night or 2 or 3, and you hang out on the lake. You might take a boat out, go water skiing or 2 in, have some drinks at night, make a campfire. Just, kind of just take it easy. It's just an excuse to get people together.
So people own cabins?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, you have one too?
My mom's side of the family has one. It's split amongst a bunch of people.
Oh yeah, that's a nice way of doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, because I would
share.
Yeah, I think it's smart. It's probably the only way to do it, right?
Yeah, right.
Rather than because I wouldn't want to be up at the cabin all summer. I'd love to go up there a couple times and have a great time, but there's I live in Minneapolis, and there's plenty of fun stuff to do there. Just normal things, probably like what you would do in Florida. Go get some food, have some drinks.
Yeah, boating is big here. Fishing.
Yeah.
The water sports are really big here.
We can do a little bit of that in Minneapolis because there are some city lakes, but it's maybe not quite as big as Florida, I would guess.
Probably, yeah.
Well,
what do you do in the winter, though?
Winter, what can you do? A bunch of my buddies will cross country ski.
They do?
My fiance does it too. I haven't done it yet.
Is that called Langlaufen?
I'm not sure.
Cross country skiing. It's flat, right? It's not.
Yes, flat skiing.
Yeah,
Exactly. Some people do that. Some people ice fish. It's also not me.
Ice fish. How does that work?
It's like drill holes in the ice, put some bait down there, and a lot of people kind of put like a hut around themselves.
Oh yeah, on the ice.
Yeah, and so you're just sitting in a warm room on the ice.
Huh.
Again, some people do it to fish. Some people do it for an excuse to drink. It's kind of it's whatever you want to make of it.
I mean, everything in life is always an excuse to drink, right?
You can turn anything into an excuse to drink. For better or for worse.
I can see that. Yeah, I can see that being fun. I mean, in your little hut on the ice,
exactly.
Fishing and drinking. Sure,
if you got the right crowd, I'm sure it's a blast.
I
don't know. I mean, during the winter, I guess I'm not outside quite as much, so I just maybe it's working a little more, taking it easy at night a little more, watching more movies.
Yeah,
it's a good time of year to be mellow. And then the summer, Minneapolis is a good biking town, so just get on our bikes and kind of cruise around. If we, work day's done, let's go grab dinner on the other side of town. We'll bike there if we feel like it. It's a nice night.
Do you drive a motorbike?
No, when I say bike, I mean just like a manually powered bike.
Have you ever driven a motorbike?
No, I've been on one time, but I wasn't driving.
Okay.
That was fairly scary. What about you? Do you have any?
Oh yeah. I drove motorbikes. Started driving motorbikes in my 30s.
Oh yeah.
And first in the Netherlands, and then in Mexico I had a scooter. I lived in Mexico. I had a scooter. And then in Haiti was an off-road motorbike, because that's better in Haiti. And so the funny thing is that here I bought a helmet and boots and a jacket and everything. I'm ready to go. But I ran out of money. So I rented a motorbike once. That was awesome. That was a Harley. I discovered that a Harley is not for me.
Those are big, right?
Yeah, man. But they're just not comfortable on the highway. It's too much noise for me.
Oh, yeah.
But they're awesome. They're beautiful. I love the sound. I love the smell. It's just not for me. You know, I mean, if you drive a Harley, you gotta have big muscles and a leather jacket and a long gray beard kind of thing. A lot of tattoos, and I just don't have any of that. So, people gonna laugh at me on a Harley. You know, it's not gonna work. Anyway,
it wouldn't be my lane either. I can't pull it off either.
But I do love riding a motorbike. In the US though, I would be a little bit scared. The way people are driving you sometimes. Does not seem to be a lot of respect for motorbikes at times. Plus then in Florida it's all crazy, like they don't wear helmets. Which is absolutely crazy to me. But maybe like you're gonna be a boiled egg if you use a helmet with this kind of like when it's 100 degrees outside. I don't know.
Right, yeah, good point. Yeah, you gotta pick your time of day or time of season.
Yeah, right. So I don't know. Well, but yeah, maybe in the future again. We'll see.
Yeah, I bet.
Another dream of me in the US would be to have an RV or rent an RV and go like, I guess, cross-country camping in an RV kind of thing.
Yeah, any place in particular or just everywhere?
Everywhere.
Take the RV.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many national parks here.
Yeah.
I went to Yellowstone once.
Oh, cool.
That was just so beautiful. It just blew my mind. It was just amazing.
Yeah.
So beautiful with all the wildlife and all the bisons and we didn't see any wolves. Oh, actually, did we? I don't remember, but and yeah, deer and all the animals. It was just beautiful.
I bet. Yeah. It sounds awesome.
Have you been to any national parks?
Yeah, I've been to Grand Tetons in Yellowstone.
The Tetons, those are those mountains?
I think so. I can't. I don't have my national parks memorized, but I what's the one by Jackson Hole? Is it? I think there's.
No,
I went out to Jackson Hole, Wyoming, and we kind of took some day trips from there.
Yeah, I think those are the Tetons. How do you call them?
I think Grand Tetons, and then we were in Yellowstone for a little bit because I think those parks are
sort of close. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they might even rub right up against each other.
Yellowstone is amazing, eh?
Yeah, Yellowstone is awesome.
Man.
What's the one in South Dakota? I think it's the Badlands or the Black Hills or something. Man, I don't know. It's not my lane, but went out there one time too. I was really pretty.
Have you been here into the Everglades?
Never been. Are they amazing? What's it like?
Well, I mean, it's sort of like a little bit boring maybe, but maybe like with an airboat could be fun. I haven't done it myself yet. I mean,
the airboat sounds awesome.
The airboats is a lot of fun.
You see it on TV, you're like, oh, it just is.
Yeah, it's sort of spectacular, but I've been like, there's these boardwalks here and there. There's like these parks that have a boardwalk, and then you walk through like a 500-year-old forest with water below you, so it's like swampy. And it's just like there's so much wildlife, like alligators and birds you've never seen in your life before, and the sounds of the insects and all of that. So this sort of like an immersive experience. Those parks, which is nice, but I haven't done an airboat yet. Hey, so here we are arriving. Jeez, did we really talk for 50 minutes? My God.
Yeah, we cranked that out.
Well, I'm just gonna go throw it out there and we'll see what happens. But
yeah.
what airline are you at?
I believe Southwest.
Southwest, okay. Well, it was nice talking to you, Charlie.
Oh, you bet. Yeah,
you're easy to talk to. I hope you have a safe flight home. Is it a direct flight?
Yeah, I bet my eyes will close a little bit on that flight.
Probably.
Get a sandwich in me and then yeah.
Let's see, it's 6:30. Probably gonna do one more ride from here and then I'm done too. Let's see. Say again, what did you say? Southwest?
Sun Country, my bad. I said Southwest, but I meant Sun Country, so I think I'm just right here.
Oh, that's right here, yeah.
To me, that's potato. But obviously not the same.
I'll have to put it over there, okay?
Yeah, it'll work great. Thanks for getting me here nice and quick.
Yep. All right, Charlie.
All right, Mark, you have a good one. I'll check you out online. Looking forward to it.
Please subscribe.
Will do.
All right, man.
Thanks, Mark.
All right, take care.